What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about the topic of depression, as I think it is a very normal thing for all people to go through, and I think it's a very normal thing for us all to go through multiple times a year. Not to the crippling depression state, but the going in phase. And that's kind of something that I've been going on, I guess you could say, if you, from an outside point of view, if you didn't know me, and you said all he does is work and go to the gym, he doesn't socialize, or do all the things he used to do, some might say I'm depressed. And I might agree with you to some extent. But my view on it is a bit different than most, and that tends to be using that time. I've recently watched an Elliot Hulse video that talks about going all in on everything you do. So when you're depressed, I invite you to be depressed. Be extremely depressed. Do nothing. Do absolutely nothing. Use this time to focus on you. And I know that's going to sound kind of strange to say, oh, but I don't want to be depressed. Maybe your body is telling you something. Your mind is telling you something. You need to go in. You need to reset. You need to reconstruct. You need to break down. Just like the phoenix that builds itself up, burns, comes down, and revives again, that is all of us. Whether we try to deny it or not, or accept it, or go with it, or fight it, that's all of us. That's every single human being on this planet. We all rise up, we all crash. We all rebuild, we all grow. We all improve. We all are better than our former selves. So my view on depression is that it is a natural phase of everyone's life, and we should all fully accept it. If we don't feel like socializing, don't go out, stay in, go through that depressive phase. This is a good time for journaling, for meditating, for doing yoga, for reading, for breaking down the parts of ourselves that we are not happy with, because we all have parts of ourselves we're not happy with. There's always something we can improve. There's always something we'll be better at. And that's where depression is power. Depression is power. We find out during our depression where we need to improve, where our weak links are, what needs to be broken down and reconstructed. And that's not easy sometimes. Sometimes to be real, really fucking real with yourself, to realize what needs to go. You can't be a hoarder. You can't take all the shit with you and expect to change. You have to drop that shit off. Take out the trash. This is what depression is good for. You realize what the trash is, you bundle it up, and you chuck it out. Get rid of the baggage. Start with a clean slate. A perfectly clean slate. You're depressed? Great. Awesome. Now you have time to grow. Now you have time to take rid of the trash, the baggage that's been holding you back, whether it's a deadbeat boyfriend you've been bringing around, the job you've been hating, the place you're living in that you're hating, whatever it is. Now is the time to go in and tackle it head on. And this is, interestingly enough, this is power. And contrary to what the public wants you to think, so they can give you their pharmaceuticals, get you to a therapist, because that's money. There's money in depression. There's money in having these problems. So what I'm going to say, listen to your body, be depressed, dive in, dig it out, fix it up, come up, and you're going to do it all over again. What goes up must come down. Accept your depression, embody your depression, use your depression, love your depression. Because if we didn't have any depression, any downs, the highs and the ups would be a lot less significant and a lot less enjoyable. It's the yin and yang, the sun and the moon. You can't have day without night. That's what depression is. It's the night. We can feel good 80% of the time, but 20% of the time we're going to feel like shit. And that's okay. Accept it, work with it, embody it. Use the depressive power to grow. Be the phoenix, burn up, rejuvenate, and soar again. Out.